Next thing comes, children, how to calculate the density of an object. For calculation of the density, as you know, the formula is density is equal to mass upon volume. So we must know the mass of an object and we should know the volume of the object, and then we can calculate the density. Now, objects can be of different types. For example, we have a regular shaped objects like a cube, cuboid, sphere, cylinder, etc. For that, we can calculate the volume by using the formula. For example, for a cube, the formula will be side cube. Okay. For the cuboid, the formula to calculate the volume will be length into breadth into height. For the sphere, it will be 4 by 3 pi r cube. And for cylinder, it will be pi r square h. So, here we are taking up how to calculate the volume for a regular shaped object. Then, how will you calculate the mass? Mass will be calculated by using a beam balance. And then you substitute in the formula density is equal to mass upon volume. You can calculate the density of the object, for example, for a regular shaped object. Now comes the question that suppose there is irregular shaped solid. For that you cannot apply a formula. So we will be using a measuring cylinder filled with the water, right? Then we will note down the original level. This is a cylinder, measuring cylinder filled with the water. Let's say the original level is V1. This is V1. And then we'll drop the irregular solid inside the water. We are dropping the object inside the water. Now the level will rise, and let's say now the level after dropping, the level rises. And I think you know why the level rises, because this object has occupied space. So the level, or let's say the level of the water becomes now V2. So the difference between V2 and V1 will give you the volume of the solid. Difference between V2 minus V1, that is equal to the volume of the solid. But one thing you have to note down here, solid should be insoluble in water. If it is soluble in water, then we will not be able to calculate the volume of the object. Now you know the volume of an irregular object. Calculate the mass of this object by using a beam balance and then apply the formula density is equal to mass upon volume. Okay, this is what I have written here. Then calculate the mass of the object using a beam balance and later apply the formula density is equal to mass upon volume. So, which two physical quantities are required to measure density? The two are mass and volume. The two quantities are mass and volume. Now, suppose the object is lighter than the water. It's an irregular object and it is lighter than the water. Then what will happen? If you drop in the water, it will float on water. So you will not be able to calculate the volume. For that, what we do, we take a sinker. Sinker means we take a stone which is heavier than the water, and then we apply the same formula. See what I have done here? I have taken a water in a measuring cylinder and I have taken a stone. Stone is heavier than water, which is sinking in with the thread. And I note down the level of the water here as V1, or the volume of the water as V1. Then what I do, I attach a lighter object to this stone or a sinker, whatever you can call it as, stone or a sinker. Lighter object, for example, a cork. Cork is lighter than water and it's an irregular shape. You cannot apply the formula for it. So now we take another volume. Now difference of the two volume, the two levels, difference of the two level will give you the volume of the object, and then you can calculate the mass of this object, right? And apply the formula density is equal to mass upon volume. So we learned today, or rather we studied today, how to calculate the density of the object for irregular shaped solids, for regular shaped objects, and for irregular shaped solids which are lighter than water.